go. Kicking off game 2 between Seymour and Fordland here from Crane of this Crane Fall Jamboree, and the first pitch to him is going to be a ball there at 1-0. Unaware of who these players are from Seymour. The first pitch next pitch will be a strike, and it is 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch swung on, hit right off the foot of the pitcher. Ball's going to scoot away, and the leadoff man's going to be on for a double. So an infield double there to start Seymour off, and that will send in the next batter for Seymour. Nobody out here in the top of the first inning with a man on. So in this Jamboree they are playing 4 full innings, whether or not the home team is ahead or not. Fordland's home against Seymour. The 1-0 swung on, slapped, foul. Two and 0 to count. These two teams about 10 miles apart in Webster County. We're in Stone County. These two teams actually from the Summit Conference. One ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out once again. The 1-2 pitch. Inside, and it almost got him. Once again, the Cardinals are hosting the Reds at Busch Stadium tonight. Hit off the bat. And foul again. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch swung on, slapped into left field. That will put runners on second and third. Runners on second and third with nobody out here in the first inning. This is Seymour and Fordland. Once again, these two teams about 10 miles away from each other. Nothing and 1 the count. Nobody out here in the inning. The pitch. Had to duck out of the way, but he was hit by the pitch. And he's going to head to first, so we got bases loaded for the Seymour Tigers. And these Tigers have been to the Final Four. They went to the Final Four last spring. And from what I believe is they came in second in the Final Four back in 2019. Nothing and 1 the count. Nobody out. Pitch, and it's going to be a foul tip for strike 2. Here's the 0-2 upstairs, and it is 1-2. Now that next pitch, as he strikes out for out number 1. And we got 1 out with bases loaded here in the top of the first inning. The pitch inside, and it is 1-0. So whether or not the home team is winning, we will play 4 full innings in this Jamboree. There was another Jamboree that went on last night at Purdy. Another hit batter, and that's going to put Seymour on the board by a score of 1-0 over Fordland. Seymour's the away team. They do take the home dugout there against Fordland. Fordland stays in the away dugout. The pitch outside, and the runners don't advance. One nothing our score in favor of Seymour. One ball, 1 strike here in the first inning of play, 1 out.
I didn't know.
And Seymour leads this game by a score of 1-0 as they do take a timeout. As the tornado sirens have gone off here at Crane. That's the weekly test that they do down in this town. If you're not familiar, I don't know if every town in the state of Missouri does that at noon.
Don't know.
1 ball, 1 strike.
I know one that does.
To the batter from Seymour. Swung on and missed. 1-2.
You see the outfit that's
Oh, the red.
The 1-2 pitch. Here it comes.
Kind of surprised this guy.
Oh, hits him, and that's going to put another run on. And that's going to prompt a mound visit there by the Fordland coach, Coach Waterman. 1 out here in the inning. Seymour leading Fordland by a score of 2-0. These two teams coming out of the Summit Conference. So they do get to play each other in both seasons, in the fall and spring.
Yeah, and I think over the summer we need to keep our schedule with those big schools because it's just helping us to play.
Big time.
Big time. So much.
1 out here in the inning once again.
Night and day with Coy and Blake and those kids.
I think with the junior high we need to find smaller schools, and the high school we need to find a group. Which I don't know if we'll have enough for junior high next year because a lot of those incoming freshmen will have played high school.
Yeah. Yeah, because we were talking about Trapperman at Camp Blake, and I forgot that those guys are coming in.
1 out here in the inning once again between Seymour and Fordland.
I think he will. I think
maybe
given that much
different.
time.
Yeah. And if I was a freshman knowing I was going to get to have a chance of playing right off the bat, I would play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Strike there at 0-1. 1 out here in the the top of the first inning. 2-0 our score in favor of Seymour.
Coach Smith did on you when you came in there. Did you go in and get your burger?
Yeah.
He came, so where's Clay? I said he needed a nap. We started early this morning. He's always saying, Clay needs
The 0-2, and he swings and misses for strike 3.
Yeah, I saw him when I was getting
And that sends in the new batter for Seymour.
basketball player there. He said, "Oh no, I guess he's not doing any sports because of COVID."
Yeah.
Then we got talking about the whole TL situation.
2 outs in here in the inning. 2-0 our score in favor of
I
Seymour.
haven't missed it all. I haven't missed him at all. Guess we got a kid moving in. They was telling me. He's coming back from homeschool. He's a
Another
junior.
swing and a miss strike.
And he wants
2.
to play. David said they need to come talk to me next week. But he was here in elementary for a while, and David said, yeah. I said, ask Howard about him. I said, I know
Another
him.
pitch
He said,
outside.
I know he's a junior because they both drove me
2 and
nuts
1.
trying to have him in PE together.
2 balls and a strike.
I said, is he any good? He said, he used to play summer ball with us. He said, he was good back then.
He said he's been playing with Republic on summer or something. Didn't you say that?
Babe Ruth
Another
League-
swing and a miss.
Babe Ruth League of the Roar.
As long as he's not a senior.
2 and 2, the
We
count.
can get back this year.
And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's how the top of the first inning comes to a close. We're now headed to the
It's her.
bottom of
Yeah.
inning
Everybody's
number
good.
1. 2-0 in favor of Seymour.
Should we go to Branson or something? When we start playing Friday, do you think we can have to take these off?
I think we could. Since nobody else is
They don't
playing.
have anything.
Here we are in the bottom of this
Unless
first
you guys
inning,
ballpark requires it or something.
as Logan Swanson is the man to lead it off for the
They'll just have to be able to put them on
Fordland
the dugout.
Eagles.
That won't be a
So
problem.
he fouls out, and we quickly have out number 1 here in the bottom of the first, and that sends in Jack Corsi to the plate.
Are you good in there?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
I'll put something like me might do.
What all we make? Should I?
Oh,
1 ball, no strikes to Jack Corsi.
She likes any kind of barbecue. Not like hot lane.
yeah, I'm not excited.
2-0 the count.
Pulled pork, any of that she likes. Is that what you're doing?
Here's the pitch. There's strike 1 there to Corsi. Two and 1 the count. The pitch. The walk's going to be issued to Corsi, and that sends in Skylar Jacobson to the plate. Jacobson, who caught in the last game against Crane.
see the Jets are up 2-1 on the Nuggets.
which was
They
Yeah.
which was a 10-1 victory for the Pirates over the Eagles.
They have my Conley back last night. I know this is like
One out once again.
Utah.
Pitch.
that.
Here comes a throw. It's safe.
Yeah, he played 24 minutes at 27 points.
Wow, that's big for them.
And we see a coach's visit by head coach at Seymour,
Jason Dewey.
Jason Dewey. Coach Dewey will come out to talk things over with his starting pitcher.
I got to get a chair.
Over here.
Oh, okay, cool.
What you're gonna have to. Anyway.
One ball, no strikes.
Yeah, the play's not strong enough.
Good enough. Take
Oh, okay.
One ball, no strikes, and one out to Skylar Jacobson. Two outs in the inning once again. The 1-0 pitch, swinging a fly ball, and it will go foul.
High school football start next week. Next Friday.
That's not fair to start.
One ball, one strike.
Jamborees were last night.
No.
The pitch swung on, hit off the end of the bat, and that is going to sink. And that's going to put runners there at second and third with a man out.
We're gonna teach Chuck
We
how
got
to
an empty slot.
Yes.
And that's going to send in Cameron Crowe, the batter for Fordland.
Coy have the only gold glove.
Yeah.
One out here in the inning once again. Cameron Crowe, the batter for for Fordland.
2 outs or 1 out? You said 2. Just one.
One out here in the inning.
I'll go 1.
Crowe once again the batter with one out. Second and third for Fordland. The pitch to Crowe, swung on off the end of the bat, and it's going to go foul. Nothing in one out here in the bottom of the first inning. Two nothing our score. The pitch swung, and that's going to be hit foul. Back to the Fordland coach. He throws to the pitcher. Nothing in two. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Crowe. Ooh, got him for strike three. He thought that was going to be ball one, but it's going to be strike three, and we got 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. And that will send in Carson Coster to the plate. He is the third baseman. The pitch swung on and missed, and it's strike one. The pitch outside, and it is 1-1.
It's an old episode. It'll come to the party. They real somehow made some good about it.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Okay.
The 1-1 upstairs.
It's an old episode, but
2 balls and a strike. there to Carson Coster. Here with 2 outs and 2 men on. The pitch. Upstairs again. Three and 1 the count. Two outs in the inning. Once again, 2-0 our score in favor of Seymour. And the ball skips away. And that will send. And that's going to load up the bases for Fordland with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning.
You said Monday when you're practicing.
And now that sends in the batter in Sam Cruz.
Give them a 2-day break.
Oh, yeah, 'cause I have to go get fingerprinted. I went to UPS, and there's some weird Sterling identity thing there.
Pitch.
So I did it through that. thinking
Here
I'd be
comes-
okay, but it's not
Here comes
through
another
the
run.
auto
Safe
control, so-
as the ball kind of passed and hold on. We looks like we got
over that duck tape.
kind of a little bit of an unorthodox slide there by Jack Corsi.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Hayden
I'll
will
be
be
fine.
Hayden will be back Wednesday.
I'll do that Tuesday.
As he sits in the dugout.
Or Tuesday's
Tuesday's
last
the
day.
last day, yeah.
I probably couldn't make it that Monday.
That's why we're taking off.
Yeah,
Sam
no,
Cruz once again the batter
We heard that.
for
We're gonna do
Fordland.
practice. Yeah.
So, like, Monday was the only way.
Mondays, yeah, that'd be perfect.
1-0 the count.
Did you get it set up already?
Yeah.
2 outs in the inning.
Last year at the Hart, or the year before the Hartville tournament, he did the play.
1 ball, 1
The
strike.
game before our, it was like.
Pitch swung on, and that's going to
on
be
that
a
Saturday,
foul
it was
ball.
Like the 2 worst teams, playing, or I guess it's the year before that, because we were Conway the year. Anyway, they're talking about. I think there was one point that there were like
Little dribbler,
22 straight balls
foul.
thrown. He said, and they said, "Is that right?" He said, "I don't know." I said, "I just know my right arm is rested for this game."
That's funny.
1 and 2 the count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. 2-2 our score. As it's tied between Fordland and Seymour. Two and 2. The pitch. Little roller to the shortstop. He throws and he's going to end up safe there at first. And that will send in now Ethan White, the batter for Fordland, to the plate. 2 outs here in the inning. Once again, it is.
Have you seen this Magic Johnson video? You can play it. It's got a lot of his best.
2-2 our score in fate between Seymour and
I
Fordland.
haven't seen that college one.
2 outs. Upstairs, and it is 1-0.
Some of the craziest stuff.
And it's weird because
The 1-0.
non-smooth movements look smooth. If that makes sense.
Unorthodox,
He does.
but he's going to be safe once again. Safe there at second. So some miscues kind of going on for the Seymour defense as they've given up their lead. It is tied at 2.
Yeah, he's one that definitely can bring the lead today.
Yeah.
The pitch swung on and missed
Passes.
as it's 2-1
They're not all passes.
the count.
Which one's those?
Magic Johnson.
Oh, okay.
All his passes.
2 outs here in the inning once again. 1 man on.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean,
It's just the vision of.
he sees everything that other
The
guys-
pitch. Swing and a miss. Now strike 2.
Yep.
I'll see every once in a while.
Except Isaiah sometimes afraid to throw because he doesn't know the guy can catch it.
Yeah. They'll know it's got
Yeah.
that.
So
2-2 the count once again.
Oh, no.
The pitch. Three and two.
I love that one. I love the way.
And the pitch. Upstairs, strike three, and that's how the first inning comes to a close. We're headed down to the top of the second inning. It
Just
is
do it. Like, they're not.
Yeah.
3-2 now in favor of Fordland.
The most Holly has a purchase of
Welcome back to Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium here in the top of the second inning.
If I did it
Seymour trails
I wouldn't be kicking.
Fordland by a score of 3-2.
I could go there like two, but like the earliest they can do it probably.
The first pitch to him
No, I didn't think so. But it doesn't.
is going to be inside, and it is strike one.
either two and then go.
Or is that too late?
I'll ask her. I'll ask her. No, we're close. I think it's I don't know if it's Republic or Royals.
Nothing in two the count. Nobody out.
Yeah, I know.
The pitch. And that's going to be strike three on the outside part of the plate. And we got one out. The first pitch to him is going to be a strike.
Thanks, it's super.
They're at 0-1. Off the end of the bat, back to the pitcher. Throws a shortstop, but that's out number two. Now the batter is going. Now the batter at the plate for Seymour.
So how quick it gets out of the center, Texas. You know that car you can't get around.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Last time I saw him, so
2 outs here in the inning. Once again, 1 ball, 1 strike.
he was sitting on the tailgate, and I just see him walk over there, and I was going to talk to him, and he just gets it.
2-1 the count. Swing and a miss at a ball as it skips away. 2 outs in the inning once again.
She said, yeah, this grocery store we got some reinforced.
He almost made that boost. Yeah.
2-2 the count.
I'm trying to have it done more, but I get it.
3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, swinging a foul ball back to the screen. 2-2.
No, they don't use car.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the inning once again. Skips away, and that's going to be a walk issued to the pitcher. As we'll see now, the starting pitcher come in for Seymour.
I slept in so late yesterday. I didn't fall asleep last night, so I'm like 3 hours of sleep.
Right.
I used to wake up like 5 or 6, but I slept until 10 o'clock yesterday.
Oh.
Throws it on.
I'm sleeping in tomorrow.
Yeah, I woke 6:30. Well, we're sleeping now. Like, there's nothing
2 outs
to
here in
do.
the inning once again.
0 windows, so hard not to sleep because it's pitch black. It's like when you wake up in the night, you have no idea what time it is.
Right.
And the throw,
I haven't seen the sun.
as the runner was pretty much buried in a cloud of dust.
The sun came up over here.
Well, Wednesday when I get up so early, I probably only ended up getting like 4 hours of sleep because I'm not used to going to bed that early. So when I try to go to bed,
Nothing in
I
one,
go
the
to
count.
sleep, I can't sleep. I
Swinging
gotta
a
sleep.
fly ball,
Then I'm ready to sleep tonight, I'm sure.
and that will be a foul ball. Nothing in 2 at the count. Two outs here in the inning. The pitch. One ball, 2 strikes once again to the starting pitcher from Seymour, as he's already given up 3 runs to Fordland. The pitch. Ball skips away. He throws to third. Safe. Two balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, I had that hot dog earlier. I've been listening. Yeah. Yeah, that was exactly right.
2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs. The pitch. Swung on, hit high, but it's going to be a foul ball.
Would have hit the.
That was, yeah, that would hit him right over the skins.
I was afraid it was going to be one of our cars.
2 and 2 the count.
I guess they don't think the field. I seen them over there talking to Isaiah, and I asked them, I said, what the hell are they talking about? He said, oh, he told me my curveball and changeup looked really good, and I didn't even throw a changeup. Field, yeah.
Another fly ball
Well, he was like, how did the pitcher get the jersey swung off the team?
and foul.
And then he started talking about his changeup and stuff, and I was like, I thought it was changeup.
Looks like this.
I didn't think he threw a changeup.
And he said, I didn't even throw a changeup.
Swing and a miss, and that will be a ball in the dirt. He throws to first, and that's how the top of the second inning comes to a close. We're headed now to the bottom of the second inning. It is 3-2 in favor of the Fordland Eagles.
three for his first 21.
Back here in Crane, Missouri, as we're seeing once again Fordland take on Seymour here in the bottom of the second
He
inning.
hits it off the bat pretty well.
Fordland leads this game by a score of
He's hitting the balls.
3-2.
He's like hitting them hard, it just goes right to him, or they just make a good play, or
He's supposed to be making
The batter for Fordland is
Springfield a lot last year. I
Trey
didn't know.
Bellew.
So I was about to ask. I thought I heard that. Does he play third? Or was he
Outfield.
Outfield.
I haven't heard about it the past 2 years.
They said he played all season with Springfield, and then when their season ended, finished with Naples. So he was kind of getting close to making it in.
1-1 to
Blue League.
To Bellew.
Did it Bryant. Chris Bryant cut it.
They waited
They
till-
waited a couple weeks or whatever.
Yep. So they could control him for 1 more year.
I hate that.
I know.
Nothing in 1 to count.
Stupid rule.
Nobody out.
And you know that's
Once again to Trey
that's how they
Bellew.
lost Kyler Murray. You know, he may have thought about doing both, but then with that stuff, he had never seen the majors.
2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch. Swinging a fly ball. It's gonna drop in front of the center fielder for a base hit. And that will send in the batter in Christian Summerfield.
It's gonna help them see Isaiah go for those things.
Christian Summerfield, the batter for
Right.
Fordland.
And Wes and Howard, if you're watching racing, I'd try to do it all.
I think Howard would
You know, whatever.
yeah,
Probably
had
do.
to.
Yeah, I
Wes,
think
yeah.
early on he'll struggle with it just
How
because
much
he's
really
played there a
much?
lot, so he's worried about missing.
1
it
ball,
and
no
going
strikes
by and stuff,
to
but I think he'll get
Summerfield.
And that'll be there.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you're right there. Oklahoma, the next
1-0 the count once again.
Which really most good high schools will play 6 hours, but I'm not doing anything with equipment, so it makes sense.
Well, if we get there, if we get there early and it's not ready, then you can probably do whatever you
1-0 the count once again.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Once again to Summerfield.
But yeah, I mean, if I come earlier, that's fine. I mean, whenever, but I'm going to eat it up right too.
Here's the 1-0. 2-0 the count.
What are the porta potties for? Are they for the B-Fest, or are they for
Yeah, it's for that.
softball?
No, it's full day. Remember they all camp out there? The Cardinals will camp out there.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
2-0 the count once again.
Well, it's kind of
Outside and away.
Here, but then they just kind of never even.
Yeah. Those are nice. I wish they would build some more.
Yeah,
But
I-
just not a good spot, I think.
Yeah, it was.
1 on, nobody out for Fordland. The pitch. 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Off the end of the bat. And that goes foul.
Not much of that. Losing up and we'll leave it up.
My mom told me
I
that.
got those things. She's in that 45. And she has like one drop in
3-2 the count. The 3-2 upstairs. And a walk's going to be issued there to Summerfield. And that will send Logan Swanson back up to the plate. Swanson batting from the left side.
Did you say try to?
I'll probably make a cheese and go with it.
The pitch to
I think
Swanson
it's no cheese affection.
will be off the end of the bat. 0-1.
I'll make that cheesy corn stuff.
Once again, Adam Smith joining you guys here on this Saturday afternoon. Getting pretty close to 1 p.m. here on this Saturday afternoon. After just past 12:30. The pitch to Swanson. Here it comes. Upstairs, and it is 1-1. 2 on, nobody out for
Obviously, I didn't think we could All
Fordland.
the way through like a brisket, to where they're getting more done than one stick. It tastes almost just like a brisket. It's, you know, half the price.
Yeah.
Half the price, half the time. It don't take you longer. It's smaller, so basically.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. One and 2 the count once again. Here's the pitch. Upstairs and away. 2 and 2. Once again, the Royals will be playing also tonight. They take on the Minnesota Twins. As Swanson strikes out, that sends up the batter and Jack Corsi to the plate. So once again, yes, the Royals do play tonight against the Minnesota Twins, which the Twins were picked to win the AL Central with teams or with players like Josh Donaldson, Nelson Cruz, Miguel Sano. That's a loaded lineup up there in Minnesota. And the pitcher drops the ball. And we're going to have runners on all the bases, so the bases are loaded for Fordland. For Skylar Jacobson, he's going to do some damage. He could play the role as a cleanup man here in the 2nd inning. One out here in the inning once again. It is a 3-2 game between Fordland and Seymour. Fordland has the lead over Seymour. Right back to the pitcher, and it's going to bobble off of his shin guard. That's going to score 1 run. Here comes another. He'll be scoring, and it is going to make it a 5-2 Fordland lead over Seymour.
Yeah, I was just about to say that too. Those two were hitting the ball really hard.
And that sends him the batter once again with Cameron Crowe, as he will be able to
I think Chase looked more comfortable in the box than he did this summer.
keep the rally going for the
Seth was just not on time.
Seymour Tiger, for the Fordland Eagles, excuse me.
The one time Corey was
As we
on
see
time,
Coach
he
Dewey
back to the pitcher.
out on the mound talking to his pitcher. So it's 4-2 in favor of Fordland. Excuse me. Or correction, 5-2 in favor of Fordland over Seymour.
4-3.
4-3.
4-3.
No, never mind. You're right. They got
Five,
it wrong.
5-2 in favor of
Something's wrong somewhere. I don't know.
Fordland.
Good job, Adam.
Oh, hey, how did you know? How did you do that? How did you know?
You spoke the score into existence.
Cameron Crowe, the batter for Fordland, here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. So once again, in this Jamboree, these teams are playing only 4 innings. Right back to the pitcher. Throws to first. And he got him somehow. But another run's going to score and makes it 6-3. And that sends in the batter in Carson Coster to the plate for Fordland. 2 outs in the inning once again. The pitch. Strike, says the home plate umpire. And it's 0-1. Looks like that was, we call that a little bit of a kind of a squeeze play, where you get 1 out, but then the run scores. Sometimes you can get a double play out of it. 0-2 the count, 2 outs. One man on at third. One ball, two strikes. Once again, two outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Another pitch comes in. 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, two outs. One man on once again. Swing and a miss, strike three, and that is how the second inning comes to a close. But the Eagles have scored three. We're headed now to the top of the third inning. 6-2 in favor of Fordland.
Maybe. Yeah, there is something. I can't remember.
I saved it on there. Used to be blue eyes.
Turning back
Weird, I guess,
for
but-
the
guess
top
so.
of the third inning between
Yeah.
Seymour and Fordland. Well, let's- We're about to get set up for the top of the third inning between Seymour and Fordland. Fordland has the lead by a score of 6-2 over the rivals of Seymour. Ball skips away. Ball one.
Something about how like it was really rough. You'd be loose at that. I was like, oh, I'll get a rake out next inning. And he goes, oh, for when I'm down on the mound.
1-0 the count.
You throwing at least 5.
Actually, I actually saw this last night. I saved that. I was going to try and send it to you guys, but
Yeah.
just to be able to sound goes down shit. But send it right.
1-0 the count. The 1-0.
What is the oldest Garcia's name?
One ball, no strikes. The pitch, swing and a
Dr.
miss.
Rogers and I went to it was a DARE conference, and
and he is down on.
Fed us lunch.
And it's
There
gonna
was
be
a guy- it was
3
a
and
hotel
1.
in Benson. They fed us.
The count.
There was a guy that came out there, and when he walked through the door, I thought, that's Cameron Gresky, which I could say was right. He spoke, sounded just like him, but and I almost said something to him, but he never acknowledged that he knew me or anything. So I thought, well, I mean, he's the same size, same hair, same build.
He coached the Dirty Field Center.
Yeah. And this was a couple weeks after I talked to him over at Rutgers.
2-1 pitch.
Before us, he was open Snyder.
A walk will be issued. And that sends in the next batter for Seymour with nobody out here in the top of the 3rd inning. Already here in the 3rd inning.
Knicks had that 8 pick in the lottery.
Like something.
Seymour trails Fordland by a score of 6-2. Runner goes.
Golden State got number 3. Is he 2 or 3?
And once again, he slides in and
Green got fined.
bury in a cloud of dust.
Yeah.
Was it the Devin Booker thing? Is that what you're talking about?
It was,
I heard about
he
it,
was
but
a guest on a TNT show, and he said something.
1 ball, no strikes.
Booker needs to get out of Phoenix, and we really like him in Golden State or something like that.
Well, see, since he said that and Minnesota got that 1 pick, I guess him and Karl Anthony Towns are really good buddies, so they think maybe they could trade the 1 pick.
1-0
and go get Devin Booker.
The pit, or the count.
So he's Draymond almost started.
That pitch was dribbled away, and it's now 2-0.
He's in a weird way. He's growing on me.
I can't stand it with watching play if I'm rooting against him,
Mhm.
but he's probably one of those guys you really like. I know him and LeBron are buddies, and you think they'd be
Right.
Right.
Like Colton Bach.
Yeah,
he is
for
like
sure.
Ryan
2 balls and no
Ryan
strikes.
guy.
Yeah, he's
Nobody
really
out.
good team.
The pitch,
After watching the Last Dance stuff, I really like Rodman.
2-1.
Just as just the style of play, you can't teach guys play like that.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he didn't go to college to play.
Yeah.
Here's a 2-1.
Oh yeah.
See, Pippen at Central Arkansas, Drury played them when Pippen was there.
Really?
It was right before I got there. It was a few years older than me.
Wow.
Yeah, and because 1 year on the
2 balls and a
inside
strike.
of our program, it was like one of those pages that has a bunch of stats.
Yeah.
It's got
Pitch,
like a
swing and a
really
miss.
faded out picture in the background. And it was
He's
like
down
a
on
Drury-
strikes.
Pippen guarding a Drury guy.
Oh, that's cool.
It's pretty cool.
And it sends in the
Yeah,
new batter
they say what they
for
wrote about
Seymour.
Cross, man, but he put all that together.
He didn't know.
You see, I didn't know until watching them that they had Forrest Grant for that long. I didn't know they even drafted him.
1 out.
So he had a
The pitch will be a strike at
Harvey Grant. He played in the NBA too.
Nothing in
Wasn't near-
1.
Wasn't near as good.
Right.
I think that's cool how the Morris twins both play in LA and against each other.
nothing in 1. The count, 1 out to the batter. Swing and a miss. Now strike 2. Seymour has 1 man on
I
first.
haven't lately, but I was over the summer over quarantine. I
But
was.
this the one point that like you cannot stop.
0-2. Swing and a miss. And he is down on strikes.
The moment you either you get the bucks or someone else gets the bucks, you know they're winning or you're winning. It's unfair.
Everybody else you can stop them again.
Yeah.
So he
Yeah,
gets
he's
the
managed.
That in the way
game
he
plan
scored,
from
I mean,
Coach Dewey.
He scores to the rim.
Right.
Just like
It's
every
realistic.
game.
It's
We'll have a
just-
pinch runner at first.
Yeah. Yeah. He's always getting every rebound. It's just man, it sucks.
They were talking about them regular season, Milwaukee versus the bubble. They said they went from being the team that you say they make it all the way to the finals without even having to have a game 6 to now that they probably won't get past the Heat in the second round.
Right.
So he digs into the batter's box. First pitch
I don't think
on the
there's a
outside
big
part of the
issue
plate,
Miami
and it
and
is
Boston. Unless Boston and Miami have to play.
1-0.
I'm not set up, but
That's not because
Now they get Miami in the second round. Boston would play.
maybe it's in the finals.
Toronto,
The
yeah.
conference finals. Oh, so they
Boston
need
and
to.
Toronto.
1-0
they
the
may
count.
have to
The
go through
pitch
Toronto again, yeah.
upstairs.
Miami's the one team they're still successful playing kind of more like a 90s style basketball.
Right.
And they're still successful.
2-0 the count.
I mean, not as physical and rough, but similar.
Uh-huh. And Jimmy Butler's not a superstar, but he's enough of a star where they have one, and they're just so damn
2-0
deep.
pitch.
They're so deep.
Yeah, where's he gone?
Who?
Otto Porter, they had him last year, I think, didn't they?
Maybe.
But
I don't know if they
2
have
balls,
it
no
now.
strikes, 2 outs here in the
Hey, Winslow's still in
inning against Seymour and
No, see,
Fordland.
he was a part of the
Oh, yeah,
Iguodala
did-
deal.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
got Iguodala now, and Crowder. Or no,
The 2-0
yeah,
now.
Yeah, Deb Crowder.
Another walk's going to be issued. That's going to put runners
And then they
at
got,
the corners.
They got Crowder and Hickey out of it, which was, I think, is a good deal.
Once you get to playoffs, I think it's always good to have.
You what?
Once you get to playoffs,
Yeah.
he's good to have just guard somebody.
Right.
2 outs here in the inning once again.
Porter
Between
away from Miami, see how South
Fordland and
They
Seymour.
got, they have Bam, but then they got Olenek coming off the bench. They got Miles Leonard coming off the bench. Or Myers.
2 outs here in the inning once again. Once again between Fordland and Seymour.
Who's their point?
Kendrick Nunn.
Here in the
Yeah.
top
But
of
then they
the
got Dragic coming off the
third
bench,
inning.
You know? I mean, they got a good second squad. Probably got a second squad in the
I'd like
playoffs.
to watch Dragic play when he was in Phoenix. He was fun to watch.
See, it was always
pitch,
crazy
swing and a
because
miss.
they had
And it is
him, Isaiah Thomas, and
nothing in one.
Eric Bledsoe all at the same time, and got rid of every one of them and didn't have anything to show for it. I think Phoenix needs to go to Seattle.
Nothing in one. The count. 2 outs once again.
That
Once
third
again,
baseman,
6-2 our
yeah,
score
20, he's really
in
impressive
favor
with
of
that.
Fordland.
Yeah, I thought, was it 12?
Once again, it's
20
nothing in
short
one.
when they made that play on James Ball. I thought they played it. I didn't think they was shot.
Because he hit hard.
Yeah, he's still getting
Probably the hardest hit ball we had today. That and Blake's hit.
watched that ball.
Nice foul ball. Scared me to death. I didn't have time to get very scared, but
The pitch.
Isaiah said, you should have caught it in your teeth. I said, I almost did. Not by choice.
Nothing in one. 2
It
outs
was
here in
kinda like this,
the
and I lean and
top of the third.
Oh, yeah.
If it was closer to my face, I don't know what I could do.
No, I felt it for you.
Yeah. 'Cause it went, I mean, it probably wasn't as close to me as it looked.
Nothing
but it
in
sure
one.
felt like it.
Yeah.
2 outs. And he strikes
See, if I
out.
didn't
And that
say
is how
during
the
game, I'd said something about
top of the third inning comes to a close. We're headed now to the bottom of the third inning. 6-2 in favor of
You
Fordland.
hit the crap out of it.
When the Howards were missing all these, they both showed up with one. And I said,
Back here in the bottom of the third inning between Seymour and Fordland.
this way, it's a world's way where it does. So then,
We'll be kicking off the top of the or bottom of the third inning for Fordland, between Fordland and Seymour.
Might lose his dad, since this is his dad,
It's
not his
way
dad.
outside.
I told him you better call you.
So now,
There
from now
to
on, if he goes to his dad's, he can't go to practice.
Sam Cruz.
Because that kid could be, by the time him and Braden get older, they could
One
play.
ball, no strikes.
And wait. I was talking about she had in her class. I said, there's no day where you walk away just wasn't just there.
One ball, one
Like,
strike.
he
There
really
to
disappointed you, or it's really impressive.
Sam Cruz.
Right.
There's no in between.
Yeah, because I noticed that the first day I was here with them, finally, on that Monday.
Swung on, hit
He
to
was listening. And,
the
kinda
shortstop.
with it.
He throws to first, and
he
he's
was
out.
working on what I wanted him to,
And that will
next
send
day
in
was
Ethan
like,
White
we
to the
have
plate.
today,
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
like starting over.
Yeah, it was just like, oh man, it wasn't on.
Ethan White, the batter, once again for
Well, his little brothers were here.
Fordland.
Everybody in the house is different.
Oh, I guess that's true.
Because wait, come on.
6-2 in favor of Fordland.
He's got Jennifer Love. She's Julie's mom. She's Weston Wyatt's mom. She's had 6 kids with 4 guys. She's married to Patrick. Well, yeah, we have
One ball, no strikes.
So she had more baby daddies than marriages.
2-0 the count once again. One out. Here in the
Yeah.
bottom of the third inning,
Right.
Fordland leads Seymour by a score of 6-2.
I guess he's back around.
And the walk will be issued to
They said
White.
I saw him at Rapids at Inter.
And that will send in the batter and
So,
Dylan
75
Spencer
bucks on scratch
to the
off
plate.
ticket. It was taking 10 minutes to figure out what new scratch ticket he was going to buy. Yeah.
Spencer, the batter, once again.
It's very rare you
Gonna bat from the right side.
He has some babies, so he'll buy diapers.
One out here in the inning once again
Ashley Chanel.
to Spencer.
Not really though.
She's older than
Those Hurley guys are always dating those older women. Remember that one time he was that kid
One
who
out
was
here in the
playing
inning once
today
again.
Was dating like a 27-year-old or something.
He was playing high school baseball.
He was like 18.
Remember that kid seemed like forever. But he looked like he was 40. He took his hat off.
Once again,
More
6-2.
bald than I was. He had a full beard. He wasn't any good.
Well, you remember doing gold.
We'll get the strike.
Well, I guess since his girlfriend used to and she cheated with him.
Spencer once again. He's the batter. He is hitting from the right side of the pitch. Swing and a miss. And it is now
He was here in grade school.
One out.
He went to Galena. Or Hurley, then Galena.
Because he was on those good Galena teams.
Yeah.
And he wasn't even their best player.
Nothing
So
in
he
two.
Against us, he let us
He
out.
always got his.
the 0-2.
He never had it hard. He
The ball skips away.
And always with people on base.
And it seemed like it was always with 2 strikes.
One ball, 2 strikes to count to Spencer.
Hope we get to use the indoor facility next weekend at US.
The 1-2 upstairs.
I'll just try it next weekend, see if it's gonna be better.
Isn't it
2 and 2.
Ballpark versus something?
Baltimore, and then Nats and Florida. I don't know how much you got.
Friday.
Here's the
I'll
2-2
probably put my
pitch.
guys over there.
Yeah. We're gonna wait till 6.
It skips away.
We'll probably get out at 3:30. Probably leave quick as we can. Be over there by 4 till 5 or something. Which that's about when we start stretching. But definitely, it's a 2 o'clock and a 4 o'clock game, so I'm actually a little late. And there's an 8
The
o'clock.
3-2, and the walk's going to be issued there to Spencer. Now it sends
Are they
in
going to do anything mask-wise for the fans?
Christian Summerfield.
My dad was just wanting to know because they were talking about going.
Nobody, or with 2 on and 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning. Little bunt to the pitcher. He throws to
man.
the cutoff, fairly close which was the second baseman, or pardon me, that was the first baseman who acted as a cutoff, in which the second baseman was covering first. Now we see Coach Dewey come out. He'll talk things over. Only one out here in the bottom of the third inning. 6-2 in favor of Fordland.
2 o'clock at Ellington Silo. 4 is Silo Birdie. 6 is Hudson Hartville and 8 is Hartville Helen.
Oh.
So we see Silo and Birdie.
Yeah, I'll try to get those games I can. Try to get some of it too.
That's for Friday. We'll get to see some of Silo.
Oh, okay, good.
I'm not sure if Silo's as good as they make. We might not want our kids to see them.
Yeah.
So the batter is
I'm curious. how
Logan
that game
Swanson,
goes,
the batter.
On Saturday, Silo Crane at 10.
No, that's a good.
Licking Birdie Ellington, and Licking Crane at 4. So we'll have 10 and 4, so we'll have
Actually, a bunch of good teams. Hurry,
Nothing in one to count. Little bunt to the third baseman. He's going to throw. And he
There's 2 recent state
is
champions.
out
Silo.
there at
You think Hughes
They're
will
at
be
first.
this week?
Since we didn't play on Saturday.
see Jack Corsi now come to the plate.
We haven't seen it. I'd like to go get some.
Birdie is before us on Friday, right after us, and then again right before us on Saturday. We'll get to see some of them. So he's playing 4 games. Or no, he's just playing.
Foul
he's playing
ball.
3.
Nothing in one to count to
Everybody's
Logan Swanson.
Hartle's only coming Friday, but he's only.
Or pardon me, to Corsi, excuse me.
That worked out perfectly. We had teams and we had teams that we.
Nothing in one to count. 2 outs once again.
Yeah. I'm curious about Silo. No, I'm actually kind of curious about.
Nothing in one. Once again.
A couple of them is done.
Yeah. I just don't know how good they can be.
It looks like
I know they have a lot of
I think it looks like they called a balk.
There were 1 and 2 pitchers the year they won it were both seniors.
So that makes it
One was
8-2
One was going to St. Louis University.
Fordland.
And the other was going to JUCO. That was JUCO, big time JUCO. And the JUCO one I thought was better. And he was their catcher when he left here.
So Fordland brought out the bats against Seymour.
Probably is from Alex. She graduated.
Yeah.
So it'll be hard. So it will be.
I was up there. She came.
It'll be interesting to see, to say how Seymour is going to react when they play Crane, if they'll wake their bats up against the Pirates.
She said his
Strikeout
mom was my best friend in high
ends
school,
the
so I went and talked
third
to
inning.
him.
We're headed now to
Talked
the
her.
top of the fourth inning.
And
It is
turned
a
out he was the
8-2 Fordland lead. Back here at Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium, we're kicking off the top of the fourth inning between Seymour and Fordland. Seymour in the hole as they trail Fordland by a score of 8-2.
I still say, I think you used to say it too, that if I had a kid and I went to a football school, I'd start giving them lessons to be a kicker. when they were
Yes.
young.
Swinging
Yes,
a
I
foul
Scholarship
ball.
waiting out.
Yep.
Strike one.
Makes the guy went to Florida State. Get
Yeah.
him next right. As a kicker.
Saves a lot of money. If you get scholarship money.
Yeah.
And
One ball, no balls and a
you start
strike.
training them young, if they're good, there's a good chance.
He gets what he-
Always leave anybody out.
as he
That's
gets
why
the
my power, that's what they can-
wise words from Coach Dewey from Seymour.
That's why I was saying, I didn't think anything about growing up playing football. I think if I was there and being a kicker, because I do have leg strength, I think
Right.
I'd be,
Right.
probably could have been good at it if I learned how to do it right. Because you look at those high school
Nothing
kids,
in one to count once
they
again.
just kick, most of them just kick
Nobody
straight
out.
Set the side because they don't. Cesar was the kicker at Maryville.
Was he really? I never knew that.
One
I
and
didn't
one to
know it,
count.
but he mentioned it one time.
But
One-
in small high schools, though, they don't use
The pitch.
They hardly ever get.
Right.
Unless
Stairs,
you just
and
get a
it
kid
is
that's come up learning as a kid. A lot of places,
2 and
big
1.
schools, they'll find soccer players.
Yeah.
Convert them into kickers.
Yeah.
And the boys soccer is in the fall, but they were Monette. They had a kid. They were in the soccer. No, they were in the football sectionals. No soccer championship, state championship on a Friday night.
One, 3 balls and a strike.
Football sectionals on a
Upstairs,
Friday
and that's
night.
going to be the walk
Soccer
issued, and he
state
will
championship
head
on
to
Saturday
first
morning.
base.
Jack Henry floating from one to the other in the helicopter to get there so he could get his rest for the next day's game.
That's
He kicked in the football game. And they
8-2
said it
our
was
score
over
in
before
favor
they-
of
whenever they were playing.
Fordland.
Wild.
But, yeah, kicker.
The pitch.
Almost have to
It's
be.
all in that.
Strike, says the home plate umpire, and it is
You don't
nothing in
ever
one.
hear about kickers being praised a lot. You just
Right.
That's what you're supposed to do.
And there's some games where they don't do anything all game, but then if they miss that one kick at the end to win it, it's
Nothing
their
in
fault,
one.
You know?
Nobody out.
And the one position in all of sports
The pitch.
that
Ball skips away.
you probably really hope you don't get to play as a punter, because that means your team didn't need you.
Yeah, right.
You know
One
Pat McAfee
ball,
is?
one
Yeah.
strike.
He's in WWE now. Or
Oh, okay.
just doing a guess. He's
One
he
and
fights
one to
out in
count
Boulder.
once again.
And he come in and the guy was leaned over and he kicked him in the chest.
Yeah.
He lifted him up off the ground when he kicked
Wow.
him. They've got a match tonight on TV.
He has one of the best sports podcasts too. That
So
is
1-1,
hilarious.
and that's
And
going
that's how
to
they
be
got him in. He had this
Another
wrestler
strike there,
on it.
1
He
and
was
2.
making fun of the wrestler, and the wrestler pretended like he went off on him, you know.
Yeah.
And then he showed up at a show.
Yeah, 'cause I think Barstool
once again
signed
here
him.
from Crane, Missouri.
Barstool signed Deion Sanders the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah. He left
1
NFL
and 2 the
Network.
count. Swing and a miss. And he is down on strikes.
I mean, Barstool's out there.
Dave Portnoy.
He'll get a crap out of
No, I think he's hilarious. Him and that big cat guy. I listened to that part of my tape. all the
One
time.
out here in the inning.
And they say Will's all the time too. That's what I got from those part of my tape guys in Barstool.
Oh, yeah, yeah, all the time. Well, yeah, it's just, it's the new slang.
Oh yeah.
Which is only for hot dogs, but.
Right.
It's got-
It is very.
After this game, we will have one more 4-inning game. So we hope you guys can join us here on this Saturday afternoon. And after that, we won't be streaming until Friday. We'll be at US Ballpark in Ozark.
I don't want to watch this.
We'll also be there next Saturday. We'll see Crane take on Hartville, and we'll also see Purdy take on Ellington.
You gonna do that game too?
1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out to the batter.
I'm feeling tasting those jalapenos now on my birthday.
Maybe they're hot.
No, they're not. I'm just tasting.
8-2 our score. This is just on the outside part of the plate. 8-2 our score in favor of Fordland. Here's the pitch. Outside, and it is
And the pitcher was again like usual.
2-2.
He's throwing to. I think that's nasty. Oh my God, that's nasty. So I'm like, hey, you know,
3 balls and
no,
2
I have no idea
strikes.
what that
Yeah,
is.
I heard it when I was
I'm like, what are you doing?
yeah, because I didn't know what he was saying. So I was like, I didn't think he could deal with him.
Right.
Yeah,
I just didn't know because I knew.
Once again,
he
2
did
outs
some
here in the
of them.
inning.
So I didn't know if they had all interacted in some
Well,
way.
it's a good thing you at least asked, and maybe the player heard that.
Yeah.
And so they just like
The pitch.
coach was just
Ooh, almost got him on the inside. On the upstairs inside corner.
Kind of like they talked to Nolan Hall and stuff like
Yeah,
that. but they
yeah,
don't.
yeah. So I was like,
Wanna
he has
know?
to know. And then he said, no, I have no idea who he is.
Did they tell anybody tell you about that first
2 outs in
he drove
the
by
inning.
one day?
Yeah, I don't think so.
He's chanting clever is better. And the kid's eye. I said, who was that now? There's no one.
The 1-0 pitch inside.
And you know, this
So it's going to hit him, and he will be on base. So Seymour
almost trying to beat him at it.
He's gonna have
But it gets our mind on something else.
two-
You know, he knows what
he's going to have 2 men on, or 2 out here in
They feed on
the
each other.
Right.
here in
I think we're
the
the only school that
4th inning, the top of the 4th.
feeds off of that. I think he gets a lot of his heads.
See that one? I took it with all his phone. All of them.
I did notice it today. I was actually really impressed. Usually it doesn't happen that way.
2 outs here in the inning once again.
Mid swing and they're all in different spots.
Yeah.
They're all lined up. Yeah.
Well, the cool thing was it was a straight line.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it was almost batting order line.
Yep.
too.
Yeah.
1-0 the count.
Because Blake went down there and he like jumped in.
Here's
front
the
of
pitch.
Wesley.
Yeah.
Catcher drops the ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. The count. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, I don't think they know
1-1 the count once again.
what timing is on the side. So.
Another drop ball.
About it.
Well, since one before, like, the ball's halfway to the plate.
Yeah.
Like, that's not even getting your timing. No,
So
I mean,
2 balls and a strike.
We will get better
Once
at
again.
it. It's mainly the guys from like 6 hole down that we're struggling with it today, I think.
yeah, well, obviously, like, the better guys.
Swing and a miss,
They
and
get it. It's just like
There's a reason why they're better. It's 'cause they can
makes it now 2-2.
Because the at-bat where Trevor actually didn't get hit, he wasn't loaded at all. Like, wasn't going backwards even a little bit.
I know.
2 balls, 2 strikes once
So
again.
much different way as a practice. So I mean, I talked to him about it, and it seemed like he understood, but I'm going to make sure to pay attention.
Here's the 2-2.
Did West at least have that big?
A little bit away, and it is
Yeah.
He was out. He was front leg out. Like
3
When I
and
was
2.
doing front toss to him, I noticed.
Well, and I think it seemed like yesterday he implemented it. Because I don't remember him doing it until yesterday.
It's not a bad thing, but there's no power from it if he goes straight up.
Well,
Like, if he would have come in. And
3
hit
balls
out,
and 2
it's
strikes.
different.
Well, and you know, maybe to him.
Here's
when
the
I had him do that
3-2,
fucking drill
swinging a
yesterday,
foul back.
and I was talking to him about there's a lot of times he comes forward too soon and then wants to hit.
2-2 the count.
So many
And not staying back. So maybe that's how he feels that. I don't know. But it's right now it's working.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like, I'm not gonna have to change it.
Right.
Like, before the game.
And it doesn't look pretty, but neither does success to me. So. I remember it was always that way with Weston. Weston had one of the worst looking swings, but when he was hot, we couldn't fix anything.
The 3-2 inside, and it's going to be another walk, and that's going to put runners on all the bases, so it loads up the bases.
Like 100 pins still.
2 outs here in the inning.
But,
he didn't do anything right.
no.
He's productive.
Right. You ever seen that? It's about him going to Mexico and playing baseball. It was back when he
Nobody.
got out of the league when the Giants let him go. And
The
no one
first
really
pitch to him
wanted
is gonna
him.
be
They
1
wanted
and
him to
0.
sign to, like minor league deals, and he said, "No, I'm
There
just gonna
to-
go get better in Mexico." And then he kind
To
of
the
made
batter.
a resurgence, and he's back in the
A
league.
little bit of a Paul
Pretty cool.
Goldschmidt kind of swing, or kind of
Who else?
Is he
stance.
back now, kind of? That question.
Yeah, he's actually playing now.
Oh,
Last I
It's
heard,
batter
he was
for-
Rangers, maybe.
Under Pence.
Yeah.
I never got the big hype of him. I never thought he was that great.
He was good when they
Seymour.
made that World Series.
When they did go to the World Series.
Yeah, same.
That was about the only year.
So that same stance, either maybe a little bit of Buster Posey mixed with
Yeah, I think
this,
it's on YouTube.
mixed more of a
Man,
Paul
it's
Goldschmidt with
really cool.
how this pitcher or how this player is
See, like,
for
reinvents his
Seymour.
whole swing
It's not a bad comparison.
so.
Goldschmidt.
So it is a Gold,
That
kind
is true.
of a Goldschmidt kind of swing. 2-1 the count. Let's just say he probably watches a lot of Goldschmidt. 1-1. Called it a strike.
Cardinals the other night when they were facing the Cubs. It was a 2-strike pitch. I swear it was right here, and he somehow took that thing to right field. Got
Did you
hit.
see what team was it?
3 balls and 2 strikes.
Threw 100 mile an hour right down the park. Close the ball.
Really?
You seen that?
A walk will be issued.
John will made a video on it too. I saw it
That
on
was
TikTok or
weird.
something.
It was almost like he just forgot to call it a strike.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Like it couldn't have been.
Whether it sends in the new batter.
100 miles an hour, and the pitcher or the umpire just stood up and just.
The catcher just leave it?
And he, I guess, just figured he probably gonna call it.
Oh yeah, because it's right down the middle, right? Right. There's no reason to frame it right down the middle.
You can get it.
Two outs here in the inning as the Fordland coach makes a visit to the mound.
Oh, so it should have struck him out even. The catcher even kind of held it a little bit like, what?
Was it high? Yeah, it was high. Turns around and says, but no, okay, weird. Why is this on KP? Is it my man bun? Like, look at this pitch. If that is high,
That's not
you're high. Quite frankly.
2 outs here in the
You
inning.
say if you think that's high, you're high, quite frankly.
Which from that view, the digital box does look kind of high.
It kind of does.
But it's
Because it kind of looks like it's at his elbow a little bit.
But that pitch is still almost like.
Once again here
Oh,
in
yeah.
the
It should have rung him up.
top of inning number 4, the pitch.
And realistically, the guy should have been
Strike
swinging
says the
anyway.
home plate umpire.
Why wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Nothing in 1.
Did the batter move like he struck out?
Or 1-1 the count.
I didn't even notice. I was watching the catch. That's what it does.
Swing and a miss. Now strike 2. So the Eagles are 1 strike away from sending this game to the final half
Still,
of
had to
the
use more
4th inning
pitches.
and the final half inning of the game. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that's how the top of the 4th inning comes to a close. We're headed down to the bottom of the 4th inning. It is
84 mile an hour curveball.
8-2 in favor
That'd be hard
of
to hit when you know
Fordland.
both coming. That's
Just about getting ready to set for the last half of the 4th inning. We've got Brandon Meetsy coming in, and he's gonna see a pitch go inside on him for a ball at 1-0. So let's see if Seymour can have a 1-2-3 inning. 1 ball, 1 strike. One and one the count, the pitch. 2-1. 2 balls and a strike. Nobody out. Here's a pitch. Ball shoots away, and it's going to be a walk issued there to Meetsy. And that sends in the batter in that will send in the batter in Jackson Stoll. Jackson Stoll, the batter for Fordland. The pitch to him. It's going to be away, and it's 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Two and 0 the count to Jackson Stoll. Here it is. Here's the pitch. Now 2-1. The count to Jackson Stoll. Three balls and 2 strikes is the count. Here's the pitch. Upstairs in the ball, and he will take the walk. And that sends in the batter in Carson Coster. Coster, a big boy at the plate. He can show some power. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and it is 0-1. Nothing in 2. Here comes the throw. So we got a rundown too. Both players are in a run. We're in a rundown. So once again, we will be at US Ballpark on Friday and Saturday. We will see Crane take on Hartville, and then Purdy will take on Ellington. Pretty sure Ellington is in Reynolds County, Missouri, so just right outside of our coverage area. We go all the way to Shannon, Oregon, Howell, Texas, as looks like Carson Coster is down on strikes for out number 1, or for out number 2 actually, so we have one more out to go here in this inning. Swinging a fly ball, which will go foul. So yes, we have a lot of counties that we cover in Missouri and Arkansas. That's how we give you the best coverage here in the Ozarks. No balls and a strike to Sam Cruz for Fordland. 1 ball, 1 strike. Inside, and it is 2-1. Swinging a fly ball And it's going to be caught there by the third baseman for the final out of the inning and the final out of the game as the Seymour Tigers fall to the Fordland Eagles by a score of 8-3. Coming up after this game will be our final game of the afternoon, as it will be the Crane Pirates taking on the Seymour Tigers here in just a few moments. So stick around.